Yechia Melech HaMashiach. Thank you, Hashem, for this moment. And we're going to get into the Sanhedrin Market Initiative. And we're going to talk about different ways we can pull this off. Let's start with, first of all, Hans. Let's give credit to Hans doing all the pictures of all the coins. I asked him to make me from $600 up to $1 million sets of coins for shares that people will get when they buy a Sanhedrin market share. 60% after conversion, right? Because the euro and the dollar are different now. They were the same a little while back, but now they're a little different. So after all conversions and everything, 60% goes to the person buying the share. 20% goes to TempleCoin or the Ephi Nation to continue, to support the operation of the TempleCoin. And 20% goes to the Sanhedrin Initiative. Of course, I have to make a much more detailed plan on, like, what am I going to do with this value? Am I going to put it in a separate bank account, or am I going to hold it? Am I going to just use it for the stuff that we already do? Am I going to pay the advisors for once, maybe a tip? I don't know. We have to see what we're going to do with that 20%. But in any case, let's I want to go through with you guys the updated version of the share, and I also want to go through the details of what I wrote over there, so that, because the earlier design that I sent Hans an example of was from years ago when we started with Ami My Nation with Dr. Trapler a long time ago. Different branding, different operation. So now I updated. So let me share a screen. So of course we have the Rebbe in progression from when he was a child all the way to older. We have the previous Rebbe, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak. We have the Alter Rebbe and the Rebbe as a child here. And then we have here again the Rebbe praying and the previous Rebbe in the background. So this is a sample share. Let's go through the logos on the bottom.
Beautiful.
We have the
Bravo.
TempleCoin logo, the Sanhedrin Market, Temple Treasury, because again, eventually we're going to be, building the temple, and the Sanhedrin Initiative is really the Temple Treasury, Then we have the Beis Havad, or the Sanhedrin, the Shoftim, the Yoyatzim, judges and advisors of the days of Mashiach, and so on. Then we have the MN Global logo and stamp. Then we have the Noahide Advisory Board. Okay. Then we have Ami My Nation, which is really the first parent company of MN Global, really. So that's, I actually invited Dr. Trapper. Let me send him a link as well. That's good that I sent him a link. I'm sorry. Let me just tell him that we're live now, because really I wanted to tell him that give him credit for where we got today, because he really put me on the trajectory to this kind of thinking. Of course, David intensified it all very much, especially in this in the economic place. Then we have ships of Tarshish, and of course the Nation of Ephraim logo with the menorah, which I just like. It's really good. The phoenix, the phoenix coming out of the ashes. Good words. Okay, so here we have this share partnership paper is an acknowledgement by mnglobal.org of the purchase of this share by above listed person for the furtherance of the Sanhedrin Initiative. Owner of share will receive an amount of gold and or 999 fine silver in Temple coins or its value from the Temple Treasury. In other words,
sir, you have a typo.
Where's that?
Its value form instead of from.
Where's that?
Its value is in Temple coins, or if its value form, it should be from.
Right
there. Yep.
Oh, from, right, you're right. Right.
Okay,
From the temple coin. I will fix that. Yes. Thank you,
that's
sir.
fine. Thank you, sir.
From the temple treasury, likewise, a smaller amount of coins will be or value will support the Sanhedrin initiative. A number of temple coins or value will go to templecoin.org. The details and current status of this share partnership value can be confirmed by the MN Global Administration.
Nice.
Okay, so it's general enough. It gives enough details. It doesn't lock anybody down too much. It gives a little bit of flexibility so that we should just be able to get through with what we need to do without too much like, oh, you said this, you said that, But the message is clear and the concept is clear. This is the chart. This is the base information, basically. So $600 USD conversion as of current market price, 570 euro. You guys can check that with a currency conversion. 60% of that would be 342 euro, 25 silver coins, and then so on and so forth. It goes old, and then we have silver coins, and then from 2,500, we're gonna start seeing gold coins added to the list, and then we have from 5,500, we have a gold card, and as I told Hans that I believe that we should keep track and create some kind of database or from 1 ounce and up of gold, we should have a barcode or something connected to each ounce that should be inserted in some kind of international databases so that nobody should steal the gold or if they go to a store, they don't have to like drill into the gold and waste, part of the gold just for checking if it's real and all of that. So the value should stay and also it's against theft. So if someone steals the gold and takes it to a shop, the shop will see the serial number, they'll check the serial number and they'll be able to find the real owner. So that's something that my father told me because, of course, he's been in the business for gold and silver for many, many years. And so that's a way to kind of course, it could be optional. Some people don't want that their gold should be on record. Some people do, you know. Some people don't want that their gold should be on record. That's fine, but we should give that service to people that would like it, because we're talking about thousands of dollars here. This is not a joke. At a certain point, it's not a joke anymore. Okay, let's stop share and let's let me pull up one last slide.
No.
No. Okay, this screen share business. Okay, this is only one window. Okay, whatever. So if I take the calculator and I type in $3,000, let's say if I want an 8-hour job for the Sanhedrin, and I times that by 12, I get 36,000. So, and if we're talking about advisors, so then let's say $1,500 times 12, and then we have to do that times 70 as well. So if you do the math, for 70 people, such a salary for the Jewish scholars and for the advisors, that would be 2.5 million for the scholars and 1.2 million for the advisors, roughly. And networking and advertising services would be 700,000. And then the building in Israel, of course, would be about 5.5. Of course, has to be equipped with technology to be able to live stream throughout the world, like the Knesset, microphones, and the whole setup. Now, of course, every year after the first year is going to be half that money because you're not buying a building every year. So the first year, it's going to be the Sanhedrin initiative stands at roughly $10 million. And every year after that, it would be a little less than half of that. But this is an example of the body of the Sanhedrin and the initiative to get it going. This is what it is. So when people are supporting the shares, their shares are going to support these things. This is what we're talking about.
Okay.
Regarding the market, like we had last time, So in that department, really, we need our other fellow guests. But let me ask Hans. Hans, why don't you start and tell us what you think about everything I said now, or if you have any thoughts that you wanted to mention today, go ahead.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. First, great, your Sanhedrin initiative, the last one you showed. Yes, I really hope that the Jewish community is supporting this on your side in concrete. Yes, in concrete. I really hope that the other Jewish guys will connect with you. Let's support you also. I will support you also for that. Thank you very much for doing this.
No problem.
The share, okay. I expected to talk for other people also because I thought in general it's a fundamental thing, the different systems of money or of currency. So what we found about. So to start with that, what the shares you sold or you want to sell the shares, it's nice for you. I think that you can collect money or get support and give some product for it. It's nice thing. Then you told me on phone a lot about, we talk about the Sanhedrin dollar system and other systems behind. And so because of that, I wanted to, I prepared a little presentation for just really explaining what we from the nation of Ephraim already or exactly want to do, because I think that now it's not good transferred to you. Just for David and you, just to explain what our system is just behind. So should I do this now, or should we wait, or what you guys think?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. There's no problem. You can explain. We'll try to understand. It's important that we understand as well. Go ahead.
Yes, I think we have here, I think, another 5 minutes, and then your recording time is up. So we should everybody be prepared then to real dial in. You
Okay,
have to
no
create
problem.
and then immediately push the button. Okay.
But you cannot record, Ulf. You have more time, I guess.
Yeah, but we are on Yossi's account right now.
Okay. So I just want to point out, I would love to do this presentation also next time in fully when Rafi Faber is around. I would really love to make this 10-minute presentation for Rafi Faber because I think he's very important guy in the gold and silver community. He's really so. He can give us both big support also, I guess.
Okay, well, if we're recording the video, I will definitely send it to him. And of course, we'll invite him to our next meetings as well. So let's hope that, we move forward, with what we have, and the brothers will come.
Yeah, great. So then when I start the presentation, you can stop the recording now and make a new one or not?
Okay,
And
so
then,
yeah, well, let's do a new one. No problem. We'll do a new one so there's no
Okay, that's a
stress.
good idea.
Okay.
we hope to meet some people here today, but maybe they will come next next meeting for maybe in some days or next week. So I'm happy here to be here with Ulf and Ephraim and with Joseph Ederi, Rabbi Joseph Ederi, and with David Butts from the US. So we are talking about money in general, and of course about Sanhedrin market and of what we are doing, Ephraim National Gold and Silver Trust. And I want to start a short presentation for that. So as the world is in a big debt money problem, we have today had CPI numbers, inflation numbers, markets going crazy, people want to do a great reset, and the purchasing power of the currency is going down, let's say, because there's too much debt around. And so we said we want to make a debt cancellation, a debt relief from Jerusalem out, and turn that into real money, which is, according to the Bible, gold and silver. The real true money out of the Bible is gold and silver, not paper debt, as we are now. So our system is to offer for the people to transfer their debt into gold and silver. This is what we offer actually because we think the current money system is going down, or the currency system is going down, and at the same time we're in the process where we will build the 12th tribe kingdom, and the real money system will goes up. So it's in the moment of time when the paper debt is colliding or deleting itself, let's say, collapsing. In the same moment, the real purchasing power will go back into gold and silver. This is exactly what Rafi Faber always say also in his very great videos. I enjoy very much his knowledge about the currency and money in general. So this fits really much with us, as we say, gold and silver is real money, and there will come a point of time where it will be revealed. So Rafi Faber a lot asks the question, what will be the case which puts the whack out of the dollar? I hope this is English correct. What will be the moment of time? What will be the thing that the dollar goes finally bang? And we say this will be us. We will be the reason. From the Sanhedrin and the Ephraim and Judah New Deal, we will be the reason for ending the paper dollar system. We will be the reason, yeah, because of course of Ephraim. So what nobody wants is a uncoordinated crash of a money system. This nobody wants, because if we would have like an uncoordinated crash in the next years, the whole world would be like destroyed in 3 days or 4 days, or maybe a week. So this is not what we are expecting. We are expecting a transfer, like say, a point of meeting of the important guys, and make a transaction into a new system, coordinated. Yeah, this is what we expect. So we offer a service also to support this process. So we already started this process, and so I start with the presentation. So we founded the Ephraim National Gold and Silver Trust in August 2020, and TempleCoin.org is just it's one trustee of the trust, who of course also produces silver TempleCoin. But the point is the trust. The trust is the point. So the thing is this: it's a trust depot for all members. So everyone who has a trust account, trust depot for all members. Every gram of silver and gold is booked on a weight account. Yes, so we have a LBMA weight account, where's gold and silver officially stored and in storage, and every gram is not double booked or something like this. It's there. It's real physical there. So different members buy, or they say, I want to change my debt, my paper debt, into real gold and silver. And I hope this picture is enough explaining. I hope you understand what I want to say. So the trust offers a possibility for all clients to build their own silver and gold depot in real grams. Yes. So the whole trust is managing the whole depot of all the members. So we go on the next. how does it work? How does it actually work? Clients can buy in just in normal trust certificates, where every single one is backed by 1 gram of silver or gold. So you have, if you buy one certificate, you buy in the background 1 gram of silver. For a Trust S certificate, in the background 1 gram of silver is booked to your account. So you can, if you buy 1,000 certificates, you get a kilo of silver booked on your account. You know. So this is a normal Trust S certificate. But the trust also is offering special science-centered trust company certificates to give entrepreneurs a possibility to start a company and an investor to invest in a special company, which words, I was in Schreibfehler, which is backed by silver. So normal Trust Trust S or Trust G certificate is backed by 1 gram of silver or gold. Special trust company certificates are backed by 1 gram of silver plus an additional investment amount for the trust company, which makes the buyer an owner of a share of a special company. So, for example, the trust offers already several companies, for example, shares of Ephraim Media Tools, a company for media tools via Ephraim, as the name speaks for itself. So Alex is a public content performer of Ephraim Media Tools, and you can invest in the company via these certificates. So if people want to invest in Ephraim Media Tools, every share is backed by 1 gram silver also.
Hans, is there a way for someone to redeem his share, or he can only sell it to other people?
I don't know what you're meaning by redeem now, but
it's backed by silver. Can someone cash in?
Of course, I come to this point of this presentation has another 5 slides. I try to make it short. Maybe we make the questions after it.
No problem.
This is what I would suggest. Because of course,
perhaps I would like. Can I perhaps add something which goes into the direction? So you have to see that the gram of silver, this is backed up by the certificate. But when a company says, okay, we want to use the certificate to raise funds, for example, the Sanhedrin initiative says, okay, we give out now, we want to raise $1 million. So they start a company, create one book with us, 1 million silver certificates. And then your share, whatever the price is backed with 1 gram of silver. So the investor who gives now a part in pays for silver and part in investment money, he has the security that his silver backing, this will always be stay, always, regardless what your investment part does. So when you blow your $1 million, so your investors still have 1 ton of silver. So when the company goes bankrupt or whatever, so then yes, there should be the idea that now the company, can give back at least the silver. And otherwise, every company for themselves, they can decide how they want to let their shareholders participate. So if you say you give percentages, and have coupons like at the end of the, so this is what we register. So the trust registers the companies, and is a bit of an arbitrator. So it doesn't own the shares and it doesn't own the silver. It only takes care of it for the shareholders and the companies. Okay. And so this is when the whole temple treasury, we come later to this. So the idea, of course, our Ephraim National Gold and Silver Trust, because we want to do the temple coins, of course, the silver, when it comes to the silver of all the world, should end up in the temple treasury. This is the whole issue. But this is how we started, and I hope this was a bit clearance, and I give back to Hannes. And by the way, so the company, the investment of Ephraim Media Truth, man, this is what we published already. So our publication products are already created by the company, which is, you know, built on Silver Trust certificates. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a general process of the certificates who are backed by 1 gram of silver. This is a general thing. So let's go to the next one. So out of the total amount of gold and silver which a trust bought for his people via certificates, the trust produces his main product, the silver TempleCoin, in 7.77 gram, which is meant to enable the biblical payments around the third temple and is sold to all the public. The claim of the TempleCoin is to make silver the world's reserve currency again and install the payments of Torah. So I come to that later, what I want to point out, but this is a physical product out of the whole trust depot of the whole community. So the trust produces his own products and makes a trade circle for the outside, not for the members, but of course the members can buy also, but it's a different circle. So I come to that in a minute. Of course, other denominations and size of bars and coins will produce in the future also. We just started with the silver shekel and started with a 1 gram gold card. 1 gram, of course, we will do all other denominations in the future and bigger bars and everything. You can make all kinds of products, of course. So the entire trading profit of the products sold benefits the holders of the certificates in the form of more gold and silver booked on their weight account. So as a trust is trading with the silver and gold from all the people and make it trade progress, it gives, of course, back to the people. So this is a big issue, a big development. You don't had that before for gold and silver guys, because a lot of people, they own silver and gold and it's just lying around without any profit. So they have just it in a store or somewhere else or in a company or wherever, but it makes no working out of itself. And of course we say, no, we want to move the silver and gold of the people all the time, so that we can accumulate, of course. So it's a very big deal, and it's a big deal. So we have different silver circuits here, different silver circuits. So I apologize for my English. I'm German native speaking, so it's like this. First, an internal circle, members of the trust can buy and sell trust certificates and can trade them internally. So, of course, as you ask, of course, you can buy and sell the certificates or the shares or whatever. It's an internal circle. Of course, you can make it digital. So this is an internal circle for the members. Secondly, the external sale of physical products for the public, which is the first to silver TempleCoin. So this is a different circle for the outside. Yes. And beyond that, also a trading system for physical goods of our customers. So a lot of people owned already silver. Maybe a guy, he owns 1,000 ounces of silver. A lot of people have that problem. They have storage, big amounts of silver and nothing to do with it. We can take it, as you see it on the picture here, we can give it a digital trackable number, and we can sell it. We can sell it for the next one and buy again. Then if we sell, so we made a margin. We made margins with the silver, and we can. And the point of all that, with all that digital certificates, every gram of silver and gold. So the point is, I will just read it maybe. So if we are talking about real money for their own people, it is easy to offer a digital payment system where everything is traceable so that everyone knows at any moment who owns what and how much and where is each gram located in every moment of time. So like this is a simple trading system for real money is to be established via an app, and we are right now working on the technical requirements, so that every user can watch his own trading balance of trust certificates or real physical bars and bullions, and can buy and sell and so. So of course it's just a simple step to make this in internet times digital trackable. So of course it was never said that you have maybe in the future you have to pay with a quarter ounce of TempleCoin if you want to buy a chewing gum, or if you of course nobody wants that, because we say we want to use the technical progress mankind made the last century. Of course we want to use digital apps, systems, and the TempleCoin, for example, is of course a different thing. It's really for giving to the temple and or maybe present or buy. Of course, you can buy with it also. Of course, you can use it for everything. But of course, you will have the digital world also, and there you can track after I don't know in English, after digits after the comma. So 100th gram, you can track it. So you can, Ulf, you understand?
with the digital ounce is the same with 1 Bitcoin. You can fraction it in any amounts of fractions behind the comma.
This is what absolutely. Thank you, Ulf. Thank you. So to make it clear, if somebody from the house of Judah wants to join, because we said from the nation of Ephraim, we make it with a Ephi ID card as we collect the lost tribes. So everyone can have an Ephi ID card and can then make a trust account. But for the house of Judah, they don't need a Ephi ID. They can just send us their Teudat. So, and then they can make a trust account. It's a one-time fee with $100 US, one-time fee, and then all service is in. So even storing your silver on your wallet account and everything. So it's really elegant. It's a solution you never will find nowhere. And the price, so we have a normal price for Trust S and Trust G. So this is just an example how many money and how, for example, you give 100,000 USD, you get 93 kilos of silver and 215 grams of gold. So everybody can make a screenshot and can calculate on his own.
No, you did 294. You jumped one up.
Sorry?
100,000, 93, 294.
Yes, 294, right? What everybody can make a screenshot and make a calculation for his own. I say it is a very good price for silver and gold, physical silver and gold, compared to the whole market around. You get a really good, fair amount of true silver and gold in our system. And yes, I can say that to be proud. So it's good. Last thing to point out, which we can make a connection to the Sanhedrin, of course, as we said, as we build the system, we said there will come a point of time where we will connect with the house of Judah, and of course we said it's about returning to the land for us, as we are in Germany right now and we want to return. So the exact workings of the trust are explained in our trust card of TempleCoin.org. Here are a few more example goals. Initial trust goals are to accumulate 100 tons of silver and 100 tons of gold. Of course, there has to be a talk this will be connected with the temple treasury. I guess Ephraim and you, Joseph Ederi, can have a talk in the future how you will connect all this with the real temple treasury. This will be a great stuff to develop this. Then second, building our TempleCoin factory in Ariel, Samaria. This was, of course, a goal of the Trust Charter also, because we say Samaria is a tribal area of Ephraim. And as we claim that Ephraim can prove his identity. So, point 3, audit the trust books on the following people according to the Charter. So we said already 7 people who we want, who can look on our books. A representative of the Sanhedrin in Jerusalem. So we said Rabbi Hillel Weiss in the beginning, but of course in the meantime, Rabbi Joseph Ederi showed up after Hillel Weiss maybe lost himself, or I don't know what he does. But of course we will do it with you. We are very proud to make it with you, Rabbi Joseph Ederi, for the Sanhedrin initiative. We are very, very proud for that. Thank you very much for all what you're doing for us. And
we take Trump into the picture. I love this so much. You know, yes, we give out the Ephi card. So this is our official Nation of Ephraim identity card. It's a very official card. And we produced one card, of course, for this person who said he has German blood. And of course, we made a sign up at the International Christian Embassy for the some stuff and so on. And we followed up on this issue. And we would love to, make this extremely officially, one day officially give him the card. And in the meantime, so everybody who has a card is also normally should become a member in the trust. And only for those who have a Tudat Zeut, they're already with Israel. We said, okay, done deal. You have a Tudat Zeut. Well, this is equivalent, valid, like the Ephi ID when you come as into the Ephraim National Gold and Silver Trust.
Perfect.
So just to end, there are some other people around. We said, so of course from the Orthodox rabbis and Rabbi Avraham Feld, from the Bnei Etz Yosef National Conference prefers Ephraim Frank. Then in Ariel, in Samaria, where we built the factory, the mayor, a representative of the Israeli government, which is now a Torah government. We have now a Torah finance ministry, so it fixes perfectly right now. And then, of course, David Melech Friedman, he prepared a lot. We say for the 12th Reich Kingdom in behind the last years. He is a great guy, and we wanted him. And then, of course, some rotating trust members also. So everything will be transparent. Then every gram, no gram double booked in the trust. So totally transparent and for the people. So the trust is working for its own people. So all the people are the trust. The people are the trust. So, and the last picture, this is
before I move, could you please go back to the last picture, because we have here the finance system. Of course, now Minister of Finance should be Bezalel Smotrich. And think about this. This is now from the 11th of August, 2020, that we said we would like to have the finance minister of Israel take care of whatever we do with Israel. And now this would be Bezalel Smotrich, who said, we tried it with socialism, we tried it with capitalism. It's time for a biblical economy. Well, this is this. So it's you can walk over tomorrow. They should meet the Christian Media Summit. Itamar Ben-Gvir, and so on. So this is the guys, where I'm saying, yeah, but we would like to have them in the camp to audit us, because it's really what we want to do. We want to do this. Now, for the last 2 years, we couldn't even come because Ariel and everything, now it's international prop. There's stuff is going on, but now I think it's really the time where you say, yeah, but this is real. And here the stuff is here on the plate. we would love to come with gold and silver and so on and so on. But if you, of course, get arrested for, keeping the Torah, that's not so good. This has to be just sorted out.
So I
Okay.
thank you very much for this presentation. I hope it clarifies a little bit.
100%. Thank you, Hannes. Ulf,
Hey.
you're the main speaker, so I want to save you for the end, so nobody leaves. Yeah. So I want to give David a moment to address what his thoughts and just talk to what you heard here and what you think, what you can add with the Sanhedrin market and so on.
Well, first, let me address what I comprehend is and refute what I'm about to share with you. The German entourage has developed a, I'll call it a repository trust. We will hold physical, AUAG. And where you're getting that, I don't know. It's none of my business.
No,
So
they're doing something good. They're doing something good and it works, right? I'm saying they're doing something good and it works. They're holding gold and silver.
Well,
if that need arrives, we'll have that.
I'm not debating what they're doing, whether it works. I don't understand where they're getting their product and how much capability they have, how much product they can get.
So, simple question. It's a good question you can ask. And now it is so. And now the gold and silver business worldwide is organized via London bullion market. So I have a weight account on by which is one of the 5 biggest LBMR.
So you have. So you have
Argo Helios. So you just give a phone call and say, "Hey, I want to buy like this, or I want to sell like this," and then it's
so you have access to as much as you want. Okay.
Yeah. So no, of course, the silver and gold market has a supply problem. There will maybe come a point of time when they don't get any supply.
Fair enough. So again, back to my understanding, what I've heard. You have a trust account and you're willing to have it audited, which is fantastic. Now, that's what I know for sure. You have a trust account. You have access to unlimited precious metal. And you offer shares that are equal to what the shareholder has in the trust. And that those shares can be traded. One thing that is there anywhere that you're saying you can buy with this coin? Anywhere on any place? Are you saying you can purchase items, products, or service with this?
Yeah, of course. The currency in the future will be 1 gram.
No, I mean, right. I asked that because there was an outfit years ago called Liberty Coin. And anything that goes up against the current system, if you're saying you can use gold and silver to buy, there might be some trouble. They put this guy out of business. That's why
that has been changed. In the meantime, I think 44 US states already completely, went back because gold and silver is the constitutional money.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
And so in the US, it's also illegal. It's absolutely 100% legal. But of course, the socialists currently, and especially everything what is going here with the
I just want to say we're running out of time. I want to send another link.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
good idea,
we'll continue from there.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay.
See you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So I was basically conveying my understanding You have a trust. You have unlimited access to precious metals. You have a desire to convert fiat, fake money, into real money and benefit the diaspora, the temple, and the Hebrew faith. I have a question about and you can buy shares that represent what you've got in the trust, and the trust is audited. Yes, so far so good.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, now, and also people that join can trade, right? The question I have is licensing. Is licensing required to do trades? I thought Series 7, Series 6, here in the United States, brokers, stockbrokers, I don't know. Life insurance agents, I don't know. You might want to find out if that open, that I don't. Do you know, Your Honor?
You need for everything a license, correct? You have an Ephi ID, you have all the licenses.
Just,
in the more because
okay, so you're saying just
it's an Ephraim, it's a nation of Ephraim system, which is backed up by various issues. And so we are giving out the licenses. So when people are trading, they are trading on our system, accepting our terms of service, which is the Torah and the Prophet.
I understand, and I may be barking up the wrong tree, but in order to get a series license, if it's even, I don't even know if it's applicable to these trading of financial instruments, which is what you're doing. If I'm not mistaken, you're not.
We don't trade. This is the whole issue. And, what now the United States, and I talked with Yossi about this, I said also, listen, there are, of course, there is the UCC, Universal Commercial Code, right? When I'm going in the United States, and now the United States, they think that that they need to control something. Why? Because the Federal Reserve dollar is the financial instrument which is forced upon us. But what we are doing is, wait a second, everybody swears on the Bible, and the Bible says that gold and silver is money. And this is what we are saying. Even JP Morgan, the biggest silver manipulator in the world, well, he says, gold and silver is money, everything else is credit. So we don't want to deal with credit. We don't deal with instruments. We don't deal with anything.
I understand thank you. But however, you are dealing with.
We are giving a solution for individuals to trade amongst each other. That's it.
I'm not debating that. I'm simply asking. Go ahead, Hans.
I can give an answer also. You have to think like that. If with an Ephi ID card, we are just like one company, like one group of people, like one organization. So the only thing the organization does on the financial markets is buying gold and silver. And then they just, within their own group, so it's allowed to give it around. It's allowed because
if it's allowed, then it's allowed. I was just asking. That's all. Okay. Then what's funny?
No, I love it. I love it. It's good that you're bringing up the point. It's good that he's explaining that.
Well, yeah, there's only I'm thinking about RICO laws. I'm thinking about.
But David, you know how it is in the world. Even if there's like a secondhand Facebook page on that people are giving away a pair of shoes for 99 cents, the government wants to tax that if they can. So there's no limit. There's no limit to how much. If you ask the government, they'll say, of course it's illegal. You have to give us a percentage. But as far as normal commerce between low-level commerce or internal commerce between friends, family, internal business organizations, technically the government shouldn't be involved in that under any circumstance.
I only ask. I understand. Yeah. I only ask because of the terminology they can trade their
shares.
yeah. That's all.
But,
That's
but
the only
this
reason I
is
asked.
but really, this is an important question, David. Of course, because
I know.
please let me say something, please. As I actually managing this fund here now in Germany since 2 years, and I'm under tax. You also, you can imagine that I really carefully look on this topic, what we are doing here with the legal stuff. And of course, they want to tax whenever they can. They want to tax. They will maybe try also. But the thing is that our legal foundation is true and valid. So, and that's a point. If we from the name and the house of Judah want to come to build a Zohar law, so if you can explain better, maybe you can actually get a real one.
Go ahead, Ulf. Explain. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's this whole issues with we are talking about legal entities. So the United States, Washington D.C. is a legal entity which made a deal with the Federal Reserve Bank, legal entity. They're both incorporation. They're both corporations, and they're creating laws and now making you an offer. Some people are too stupid that they take the offer. Some people let them force into this. But the lawgiver gives you the right to create your own legal entity. And this is what we did. Now, our legal entity is built on the worldwide accepted human rights, that every human has a right to change his opinion, change his religion, change his place of residency, and change his citizenship. So we are extremely offering the change into the citizens, of the 12th tribe kingdom.
I understand. My question has been answered.
We are as much valid, meaning when we are saying our Ephraim National Gold and Silver Trust, well, this is like the Federal Reserve, but in a bit different, because it's for the people, by the people, and owned by the people, and has like real asset in there, and not like the Federal Reserve, which it's not federal and has no reserve. Now the question, if this is legal and so on, this is always, but is it legal that people from Germany, people from America, and people from Israel, they say, yeah, it's okay, there's all this stuff, but hey, we're looking into the Bible, and there it says, that Ephraim and Judah coming together. They were later on, they choose one leader, that they build the temple. This is all written in the book. And we say, well, we belong to those people. Now, the government of the United States today we fight every form of anti-Semitism. Okay, do you want to, piss me off or what? You don't want to allow me to make my freedom of religion, to go to Jerusalem 3 times a year, to deposit my temple, to give everything possible, that my Jewish brethren are finally getting together, their 70 guys for the Sanhedrin, that the Antichrist can finally get off the stage. I mean, who wants to deny this? That somebody said this is illegal? I said, what? So the biggest issue is always, is this legal? So basically, David, you are acting as a foreign agent now for some form of illegitimate government, signified by the Christmas tree. It's fucking Rome who said one day, yes, you have to celebrate Christmas on the 25th.
Slowly.
Please let me finish, because I mean this very, very clearly. We are dealing here with super duper highly biblical issues on a very, very high standard. And the question always has been by everybody, is this legal? What does the government say?
Sir, I did not say, is this legal? I never used that terminology.
No.
I simply asked, Are you saying you can use this Temple coin as currency? And then B, since you're selling shares, just what about licensing? And that's
In other words,
David
just wants to make sure that the shares are recognized in all the regular international forums.
Yeah,
That's pretty much.
Man, I didn't mean to offend anybody.
Yeah, you know, he means it in a good way. We're just trying to articulate.
You can, of course, list them either even on the OTC market or here in Frankfurt on the Xetra market. You know, cost you 15,000 bucks for the prospect, about 7,500 euros on listing fees, and then you have a yearly retainer, and then you get a VKN. You know, basically a share ID company where you can call every bank in the world and say, yes, I want to have on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, I would like to have the following number. So we can do this. We can do
the bigger
this.
numbers,
but,
yeah.
Yeah,
if someone's share is $1,000, so then or $5,000, that doesn't even cover the fees. It's not worth it for them to put it up. So of course, we're talking about much bigger money, much bigger insurance policies or whatever you want to call it. Hannes, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Now, but with a foreign agent, I really meant this, David, because the questions are coming only because you were taught by the financial system, by the American system, by the Fed, by the church. You were taught how to behave concerning financial matter in a certain way. And this is where the questions are coming from. Now, by having your Christmas tree
Ulf, this is not true. This is not. I know David the way he thinks. Americans think a little differently. When they ask questions, sometimes it's in order. What they mean is to validate even further what you're trying to do, but David's trying to go even further than what maybe you were thinking about in order to prove that this is a good idea. But of course, you assume that he's, checking on the validity of the actual thing. Anyway, okay, David, you're in the middle of telling us
sorry,
your thoughts.
Ulf interrupted me. I was holding speech. Can you calm down altogether, please? Thank you. So, please calm down. Ulf is hiding now, okay?
No, Hans, you were smoking and there was no good reception. That's why we couldn't hear you at all, very much. But go ahead. So, now you're inside. Go ahead.
So, calm down altogether. The thing is, I appreciate these questions because I already said, as I'm managing the fund, I have to ask me these questions every day. What's the government reacting to my business here with the trust? This is a real question. So, as we know, the socialists or the fascists and socialists are ruling, so they want to get taxes. So, for example, when I send the TempleCoins now to you, Joseph Hillary, and then they want to have customs at the point of time. So, but the thing is, we have the legal right to be tax-free for what we are doing, and it's coming out of the Torah and prophets that it should, because we have the whole legal justification for doing even tax-free. So what I say is, it is not fight till the end right now. We are in a war between the light and the dark. And so the developments in Israel with the new finance minister, for example, this is what we have to do. We have to build the bridge for the new age, for the new world. So where it's legally, clearly at the point of time to make it official that it's tax-free at all, because there's much law behind which says so. And this is the point. Thank you.
Okay, David, try now to address, please, if you may, the Sanhedrin market as far as we discussed on our side of the table. as far as, and talk to the body of the Sanhedrin market as a exchange where people can actually buy and sell and all that.
You know what? Look at it this way. Where is the German? Are there anybody here? Okay, Hans is here. And now, if you know eBay,
Yes.
that platform that everybody knows, you can go on and you can buy, and you can sell, right?
Yes.
So eBay is a good springboard, Your Honor, for you to look at what you've got, because you are eBay on steroids, basically.
Yes.
Beyond steroids, because come on into Sanhedrin eBay, you can sell in the community, eBay community. You can sell your product or service, make friends, get assigned a broker if you want a broker. Maybe you haven't thought about that. But you heard Bobby Lee say it's important. Get necessary capital via Sanhedrin dollar if you qualify, and you can buy. So you can buy in this unique and exclusive asset-backed, which we'll get to, asset-backed unit of value, medium of exchange in the Sanhedrin, trusted Jewish, with credibility, with references. So you can buy and you can sell and you can make friends and you can get capital if you need. It dwarfs. And then on top of that, you could move to countries, because when Jamaica wants to trade sugar with Russia, the Jamaican dollar and the ruble, it's a cluster. Forex is a cluster F. And you, being a trusted Jew, see the poetry there? You being a trusted Jew with your entourage and networking, concentric trust, I might add, not just one guy, but a whole tribe of trust. Developing a one world unit of value that all the countries can sign into, and just, are you in the market? Are you in the market? Which is what BRIC is doing right now. Right now, BRIC, and they've added more and more. They're trying to get a parallel to the petrodollar, and they've got it. I think they have it. So, but you would be the king. All countries trading, that's way up there, way out there, but something to think about. So you're eBay on steroids. And how you fit in, which I thought was brilliant, incrementalizing it, how you fit in the silver-backed unit of value, which is going to make people crazy, even if it's 1/10, 1/8, whatever you denominatize. We have gold, like Mayor Rothschild. That's how he started. He had gold deposits, and they had a certificate of what they had deposited that they used to exchange with one another. He didn't have 100%, and neither did the U.S. when Nixon in 1971, when I saw it on TV, when Nixon closed, bye-bye gold window. So, yes, pretty special.
So, David, I want to take off a little bit after you. I'll be very short. I'll try to be short, and then after that, I want to hear. Or you know what, Ulf? Would you like to jump in now and summarize your thoughts on so far what we spoke about, and then I'll finish off.
Yeah, I have to catch myself. I told Hannes before. I woke up this morning and I thought like a truck drove over me. So I had to, get. This is why I already said before. Okay, I wanted to keep it quiet a bit. This is just, So my last thoughts. So number one, I think the Sanhedrin market, is basically an equivalent what we have in currently running under israelflag.info. Basically an internal market of people whose target it is, to build the temple and so on, to meet our goals. Now, for that, I think it's absolutely perfect, that the cooperation takes place. Now, the Sanhedrin market, though, is completely different from what we have already created with the Ephraim National Gold and Silver Trust. So this is why I think, it's absolutely perfect that we said already, that we want to build a production facility in Ariel. I mean, you have the Carter now it's officially, you are in. Why? We pulled you out because you said you want to build a temple treasure. And I said, okay, this is the perfect, we have we want to send 1,000 tons. 1,000 tons. And this is what's in our Carter. 1,000 tons of silver and 100 tons of gold. And we want to make sure that it's, completely audited by the government with security and, of course, tax-free. You have the job. Perfect. Absolutely. So, so this is why the other thing. So with the Sanhedrin market, yes, this is absolutely because over our system of silver backing, we can completely monetize your ventures. It doesn't matter if it's a Sanhedrin. Everything is its own company. You can, as you said, okay, we need 5.5 for the building, the same like we need 2.5 for the judges. We need 1.5 for this. So you have your budget, you give out your shares, and everybody has something from it, out of it, and it's a system which is already created. And what it just has to be done is, to fix the contracts and then go ahead with it. As I said earlier, everything what has to do with trade, while we, of course, put out our own physical products, the trade internationally will happen via our little super duper technology. And yes, I love Apple. And I really believe that Apple, this is the issue for the future. We already planned that Apple could spend with all their billions they have, like a nice development center they have in California, and they can build in Samaria for peace building measures, because this is the future. This is the future. Face recognition, super, absolutely encryption and so on. And you have your TempleCoin, on a fingertip. It's digital. We have an app. Yeah. So, and over this app, well, you can trade everything what you want.
I still, and correct me, gentlemen, if Your Honor, I address this to you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay. Point understood.
One second.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes. I'm hearing. Yeah, David, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
I don't know if it's erroneous. I mean, if it's real or not, but I'm not sensing a cross-pollination. I'm not sensing a full cross-pollination between said TempleCoin and Sanhedrin market.
Okay,
is that
allow
wrong?
me.
To get that impression?
You have a good point, and I would like to
excuse me.
I would like to address that, and then I'll get into my last little bit, and hopefully my little bit will be the final cross-pollination, at least one way that we can start, at least.
Excellent.
The cross-pollination between TempleCoin and Sanhedrin market. Okay? So,
our leader.
David, when you said that Sanhedrin market is like eBay on steroids, I right away thought about the logo of eBay, which is like this little colorful thing, and it has two syllables. Etsy is Etsy and eBay is eBay. So I said, how do I make Sanhedrin market into two syllables? So without further ado,
let's go. Genius in the house.
Let's show you my little while you guys are talking. Screen share.
Michelangelo.
Share. We go here. So
Sanhedrin
market. Yeah. A
San
short
Mark.
version of Sanhedrin market. We can call it San Mark. And then we have here, of course, the TempleCoins, the
Oh,
Sanhedrin share. Now, of course, um, the first alliance or the first cross-pollination will be that I was thinking about it. Why should somebody buy TempleCoin with a Sanhedrin initiative share if he can get another 40% of coins from the TempleCoin? Well, the answer to that would be that just like me and Hans, we had this whole debate about one of our people that potential customers of TempleCoin. The guy was like, if I want to buy silver, I just go to the market. So why should I buy TempleCoin?
right.
You know, I should just go buy regular silver from the government, and it's much safer and simpler. And if I'm just looking for the raw silver, there's a million other ways to do it. So what's special about TempleCoin? When someone buys a Sanhedrin share, so first of all, he has a receipt that he actually supported 20% for the Sanhedrin, 20% for the mint to continue, but he supported the actual Sanhedrin initiative, and eventually the temple. The share is what makes it a temple coin. In other words, very simple. What
Yep.
makes it a temple
Beautiful.
coin is the share.
You just came up with that?
So that's exactly why someone would buy from us a Sanhedrin initiative share. So maybe he gets physical coins a little less, but he's getting the share, the certificate of authenticity, and the connection to his coins, and he knows that he bought it in a way that he'll also get. This is not one of those shares again, because I'm assuming that the amount of people we want to bring in are not just all the millionaires or the people that have $100 million sitting around. We want to be able to give everyone an option to get in, starting as we said the lowest price of $600 a share. So because we're starting from such a low level, we also want to be able to begin at the same time circulation of the currency. So by giving someone a share and giving him 60% of the coins that he gets, so he can begin to see how he circulates that with his community. Because again, we're building a slow move towards silver. This is a practical way for people to do so. At the same time, he's also supporting the initiative of the Jewish people. And of course, like I told you, David, and I'm going to talk now for a few moments. Of course, this is being recorded, so I'm going to mention what I would assume Rafi would want to hear, which is that silver itself and gold itself should be traded in the streets. And on that level, I'm going to mention Yona as well, which is writing the code. So we're going to create a system that digitally allows people to buy online
Beautiful,
with
baby.
Sanhedrin market credits, like we said. If someone wants to
huge
buy,
huge.
yeah, thank you, David.
Well,
If
come
someone wants
on,
to
stop
buy,
and
He's
celebrate,
Roman.
man.
He's Romans.
You
We are
can't
not
just
in the arena, please.
move
We're
along.
not in the arena, please. I would like to hear the honorable rabbi and not get some.
It's okay. It's good. It's good. We need, we need enthusiasm as well. Oh, it's okay. It's emotion. It's something that Germans don't know very much about, but it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. So
okay. I will put up some Mordechai Ben David and here Avram Fried. Then we can get some.
Okay, maybe we have a dance session at the end.
Okay.
So the actual silver allows people to literally have cash the moment they buy the share. It also allows the Sanhedrin to be built, and it also supports the nation of Ephraim, the TempleCoin, the mint to continue doing exactly what they're doing, because they
Barak Hashem.
we can even give an option, just like when you go to a restaurant. Yeah, you go to a restaurant and you can leave a tip.
Sila.
Hans came in here all serious. Now he doesn't know what to do.
Oh man, this is brilliant.
So
I'll bet a Jew came up with this. What do you think, Hans? A Jew came up with this? Yeah.
So just like you leave a tip for your waiter, I would assume that basically some restaurants have the tip built into the receipt. Yeah, kind of.
Yep.
So this is kind of a system like that, where you have a donation to the Sanhedrin, a donation to the TempleCoin, and then 60% in cash to the person. This allows for cash. This allows for the Sanhedrin market as well to pay for like we said, integration into the websites to fully push the Sanhedrin market forward and allow Jews and Noahites to buy and sell regardless uh, of whatever's happening to the dollar or the shekel or whatever. So hopefully these are the main key points that I wanted to address. And like we see here, we have so that would be the first migration of both ideas together.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful. I want to get into the exchange, the Sanhedrin market. I want to get in. I want to enter.
So let's do another screen
yes.
share right now.
Thank you.
So we go to MN Global, Mashiach News, mnglobal.org. We go to Sanhedrin Market. And on Sanhedrin Market, you'll see our beautiful graphics that we made and we added. And people can learn about the Sanhedrin Market and can read about David's experience with the barber company and so on. So we have this, of course, eventually we would like everybody to be able to digitally, just like you have a Visa, we will have a Sanhedrin Market card. And of course, here we have the TempleCoin graphics, the Alliance. And now we go here to the apply here. You add your name, your email, your phone. How did you find out about us? Just, you don't have to answer that. It's not with a star, but it helps us understand where the marketing is coming from. How much is your business worth? Or in other words, how much value do you plan on exchanging in the market? Up to 5,000, over 50,000, up to 10,000. And then a little bit about your business, so we should understand the value. Again, the Sanhedrin market will function on the value of the businesses that are involved. And then if they have a website they want us to check out, and if they have any questions, they can apply. And it's free. There's no commitment necessary at this point because this is
free. It's free to get in.
It's free to sign up as of now to apply. Yes.
Okay, so once I apply, say the low 5,000, so I apply for 5,000, you get that application?
Yes, then we have to check the person, see if, of course, probably give him a call or chat with him online, see if he what his business is about, if there's value behind, and what we can do with that. Of course, David, we need to talk further about the paper situation and everything.
Okay.
The 10-year contract.
But
the point is that even at this early stage, when not everything is set up, people can join.
Back down.
We have the numbers.
Go back down. I don't want to talk over you, but back down. There's a typo I want to point out. Back up on the comment box. But please tell us about your business. Needs to be INS. The I and the S need to be switched. No, down. The next one.
This one? Right, I see.
So, okay, so
we'll yes.
Okay, so once you have that conversation, Your Honor,
yes,
what happens then? You've had the conversation with me. You give me the rubber hose. What happens then? I've signed up for free. Not there yet.
Not there yet. No, unfortunately, we're too early.
Fair enough. Candid. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we're not there yet. We're not launching yet. But to apply, basically, as I showed you guys last time, and I guess we can do the screenshots of the.
It's great. It's great. 0 to apply.
Yeah, to apply.
I thought about this too. When you have, apply here, and then you should have it really, it's free.
Okay. I will put that in.
And then some button or, it's free.
Okay, we will do that. So as we had here earlier, we have
free to apply.
Once we have a few people buying a few shares, and we take the 20%, of course, and we see this as pikuach nefesh, as a life-saving thing that the Sanhedrin market should function as part of the process I'll have to talk to a rabbi, double check about that. But I do believe that that's an important thing today in the unstable circumstances. And we would like to use that funds, the first funds, perhaps to continue this work and to create a system where, again, businesses um, can function on the Sanhedrin market. We will also encourage businesses to join us. Of course, David's on top of that. And we hope that when we launch, we will have hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people that signed up and applied for free. And we'll be able to present them with a solid, solid software, solid information, solid way to buy and sell and do what they need to do. Yes, David.
Thank you. One of the things I think you're at that point now that I'd like to share with you is this will be and is, once formulated and it starts to grow 10, 100, 1,000, and given the professionalism, I believe it will grow very fast once it's solidified, both front and back of the house. You will be in an opportunity. You have a co-op, and you can do all the things that co-ops can do, which is buy health insurance cheap. You see, you understand? You have 1,000 members. You can go shopping around and have that aggregate behind you. In other words, am I making any sense?
Yes, you're saying that once we have the numbers and we have the software and everything's in order, we can present it as a business, present it as a large coalition, and talk to greater people for more expansion.
And get lower pricing for your members. Yeah.
We are talking about some of the guys in the meantime are rabbis. So I'm saying, okay, now we just need to somehow put this all together.
100%. So the marketing is very important, of course, and to spread the word, to let the Jewish people know, and the Noahites and the Christians, everyone should know that you have an option. There's an exit, a financial exit. Convert your dollars to silver while they still hold a little bit of value, and before the dollar crashes completely. Ensure your future, ensure your spiritual and physical future. Buy a share, basically, each one according to his heart's
yes,
what his heart tells him.
Yeah, and not only we are currently right now still having the Christian Media Summit by the government's press office. And so Nitzan Chen, who is the director of the government's press office, just spoke, and I just heard. So he's asking the Christians, all the Christian media, to report truthfully what's happening on the facts on the ground. And I said, okay, this is perfect. That's absolutely perfect. All the Christian media outlets, should definitely talk about Sanhedrin market. They should talk about the Sanhedrin initiative. Of course, about Ephraim, and of course, what's happening with the International Christian Embassy right now.
But Ulf,
now
the main thing is
says,
we need a special way to sell this, because unfortunately, from what I see, every time the Christians talk about the Jews, especially the American Christians, the only thing they have to say is, "Oh, there's another rabbi. He might be the Antichrist. Oh, somebody sneezed in Israel. Maybe the Antichrist is coming." So we need to basically redirect the Christian attention.
This is why you have me. This is why you have me. This is why you have me. There is no Antichrist coming. He already was there. We just have to show this to them. This is how they wouldn't report on it. I mean, think about my friend Yogi is the false prophet from Revelation. This is a sensation. Now, if I'm going now and says, "Hey, Yogi, I told you, this whole Jesus, it won't work out." So he continues. So now think about this. If I tell all my guys, I said, "Hey, Yogi is the false prophet. Yogi is the false prophet. Oh, my holy." So now it only has to be backed up by my Jewish friends. And then this will be a sensation all over Christianity. Don't you understand? This is the biggest issue. Who is the Antichrist? Yeah, Pope Francis. I showed you the picture. So when did he set himself in the temple? on my birthday. He came on the 25th of May.
Oh, he came to
2014.
Jerusalem, right? Yes.
Exactly.
So,
It's already all. Everything is over.
okay, so for the Christians, they need, that if that's what they need, then the documentation they can get it, and the books and
Yes.
everything, and Ephraim
Those
Media
those
Group.
the Christians don't matter.
Okay, for the truth seekers, and for the truth seekers in every group.
That 2.8 billion people, 2.8 billion people.
They don't matter. They don't matter.
Are represented.
The issue is that even David grew up as a Christian, yes, and as we can clearly see,
Lutheran, Martin
Lutheran.
Luther,
and
Martin Luther.
and his father left the church when they started bringing in gay people. His father walked out of the church, a church that he donated money to his whole life. He got up and left. He said, "David, we're leaving. This place is a blasphemy. This is against God." They're publicly supporting the community. So David is a truth seeker. His parents were truth seekers, and honestly, what David is saying, the Christians don't matter, is because he feels very isolated. Because honestly, like Noah, surrounded by evildoers, many truth seekers in the Christian community and throughout the world feel very isolated when they decide to cut from the narrative, from the regular narrative, and they decide to go into the Torah narrative. So yeah,
but we can be very happy,
isolating experience.
But this is super duper. This is what I said last week, and it's now already 2 weeks ago.
David,
22nd of November, World Jewish Congress leader Ronald Lauder, who is a 50-year-old. They went together, I think, to college or university. They studied together. They know each other for 50 years. Ronald Lauder went with the Pope. So there is no reason. We cannot cut them out. We either come up with a solution and say,
we need to give them a plan. We need to give them an exit.
Exactly.
David, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Thank you.
You're raising your hand so nicely.
I want to convey why 2.8 million Christians don't matter.
Billion, but okay.
Billion, why they don't matter. Why they don't matter right now.
But we also spoke about, I think I'm going to make a separate, like another extra half. Part one is going to be the TempleCoin stuff and the Sanhedrin market. And then part two is going to be marketing Christians, and giving, starting at least that discussion, at least a little bit. And of course, again, like we said earlier, we're not trying to push away the customers and so on and so on. I think that, this discussion has to be done very, very carefully. Just like when you teach a kid ABC, you have to teach them slowly. The whole transition from whatever's been going on till now to Torah-based faith is a very, people are, takes them 20 years to finish their education, and that's when they're growing up. So you learn four times faster than when you're an adult, So imagine that, and now we're talking about older people, and we're talking about people that already have preconceptions and ideas already built into their mind. Now you tell them, okay, now there's the internet. It's all open season, information is open. Let's go talk to people from the other side of the world. Let's study the Torah like we've never studied it before, the oral tradition, Rashi and everything. So this is a very big transition. So let's give it time. And in the meantime, we should respect each other and, drink water, be nutritious, take care of ourselves, and so on and so forth.
Once a while, light a candle.
Yes, light candles.
Some ketoret or something.
All right, Chevra, it's been real. It was a great discussion. I almost was worried we lost it for a minute a few times, but we all got it back together, Baruch Hashem. We made it. Yalla, Chevra.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much.